All right. So this video is going to focus on how do we condense logarithmic equations. And we're going to do that by using the product rule, the quotient rule, and the power rule for logs. So we're taking these long log expressions here and we're trying to crunch them down into a smaller expression. So we have the product rule. So the product rule, product is a multiplication. And the way that that works with logs, in order to condense it, is anytime we see plus signs in our logs here, those actually refer to a multiplication. So we could combine these two and do a multiplication instead, is what the product rule tells us to do. The quotient rule, so the quotient rule applies to division, and the way that we use that is that correlates to subtraction symbols here. So anytime we see subtraction symbols, we're using the quotient rule. So we're able to take that subtraction and condense it down using a division. And the third one is the power rule. So the power rule are your coefficients. So anytime you have a coefficient in front of something, that actually converts into a power, is how those rules work. So hopefully you've had some practice expanding and condensing logs. Otherwise, we're going to work through these four examples, and I'm going to show you how that works. So our goal is to combine these all into one single log. So I want this to equal log of something, just one of them. So here I have two different ones. So I have log of y plus 9 log of z. So I have log of y and z here that I need to combine together. Because of this addition here, that tells me that I'm using the product rule. The product rule is the one that applies to addition, and that tells me to take that addition and convert it to a multiplication. So that's going to work like log of y times the z. The only other thing that I have here is this 9, and the 9 is in front of the log z. A coefficient refers to an exponent. This 9 is the coefficient of the z, so the 9 is going to be the exponent of the z. And that's actually our solution here. So this all over here condenses to log y times z raised to the 9th. Again, times because of the plus sign, and raised to the 9 because of the 9 in front here. So let's move on and do example B, and let's see if we can pick this up a little bit. So example B, we have 6 ln x minus 2 ln y. Okay, so we're trying to combine this into ln of something here. So we're also working with an x and a y, but I see here that we have a subtraction. When you have a subtraction, that correlates to a division. So I'm not multiplying the x and the y together. Because this is a subtraction, I am dividing the x and the y together. Otherwise, I see that I have two coefficients here. 6 is the coefficient of x, so that means 6 is the exponent of x. 2 is the coefficient of y, so 2 is the exponent of y. So here I have ln of x raised to the 6 divided by ln of y raised to the 2 would be my solution for that one. Example C, we have 3 ln x plus 2 ln y minus 5 ln, I'm sorry, that was supposed to be 5 ln z. So I have an x, a y, and a z. So taking this one step at a time from left to right, so I have ln x plus 2 ln y. So I know I need to combine these all into one here. So the first thing here I have is an addition. So remember that addition is a multiplication. So that tells me I'm multiplying the x with the y. Then we have a subtraction back here. So we're taking x times y, and because we have a subtraction, that means a division, and we're dividing by the z. So x times y divided by z. Now we just pay attention to coefficients. 3 is the coefficient of x, so that's x to the 3rd. 2 is the coefficient of y, so that's y to the 2. And 5 is the coefficient of z, so that's z to the 5th power to wrap that one up. our fourth one here. Let's see, we have 1/2 times log base 4 of x plus log base 4 of y minus 3 log base 4 of x plus 3. So this 1/2 here goes in front of the x and the y. Remember that a 1/2, it's that coefficient, but it's also the power, we know because of the rule. And remember that anything raised to the 1/2 is the same thing as taking the square root of it. So this 1/2 really means a square root. And it's the square root of everything inside here. So let's focus on that first. So we're going to do, everything is log 4, so we're going to have log 4 of something. The first thing we have here is log 4 of x plus log 4 of y. So again, remember that addition is a multiplication. So we are multiplying x and y together. And the 1/2 is in front of both of them, so that means we are taking the square root of both the x and the y. Then we have a minus sign, so a minus sign is division, and we are dividing by the x plus 3, this whole thing here, and we have a 3 as the coefficient in front, so that means the x plus 3 is raised to the 3rd power, is the way that that one works there. Otherwise, that is how you condense logarithmic expressions using the product, quotient, and power rules. Otherwise, that is it for this video.